Hi there YouTube, welcome to yet another video. The videos continue to roll and I still have lots of content to roll out new videos as well. Today we are going to go for again something a little bit different. Basically we're going to be showing you sort of a modern military figures that I've sort of collected. I've got like some modern Russians and some modern like insurgents. They could be all numbers of insurgents. They're kind of like they could be like any type of it could be like Kazakhstan. It could be just generic terrorists. There's lots of options for them. And also I've got one unit of 5 Spetsnaz as well, and you can tell them by their slightly different colour scheme on their uniforms. Because they basically wear a different type of camouflage. So let's start with the Insurgent, shall we? So let's. I'm not going to do them. They're not really sorted out in any sort of order, but let's start with the sort of leader figures. Now these guys, let's bring these two in. These two are labelled as leaders, and I believe one of them is a Spectre Ops miniature, and one of them is from a pack from Victoria Miniatures, possibly. Again, I'm terrible at remembering these independent miniatures companies' names, but I basically bought like a whole bunch of them for like £34 or £35, and I think I had maybe six or seven from Spectre Ops. And I'm pretty sure I've still got 2 of them unpainted, so there's probably going to be about maybe four figures from Spectre Ops mixed into this bunch of Insurgents. I'll try and remember which ones they are, but no guarantees. So let's start with these leader miniatures. So here we have a your bog standard sort of I suppose you would count as an Islamic terrorist of some kind. He's got this sort of cool camouflage, sort of woodland-esque camouflage trousers, and sort of an AK vest, and like an old, maybe an old sort of a US Army jacket or some kind of old surplus military jacket. And of course he's got the sort of green headband, and it looks like he's got some kind of M4 for a weapon. I think this guy came out quite cool. He's you can see that this. I think this is definitely a Spectre Ops miniature, and you can see that compared to the Victoria miniature, they tend to be a slightly thinner frame of figure. So here's the second leader. Now this guy came in. I'm pretty sure this guy is a Victoria miniature, if I got the company name right. This again a sort of a pretty generic sort of leader figure, used as either a commander or a second in command. And this guy's got like a nicely decorated sort of headscarf, and he's wearing like the sort of the long black jacket, and he's got like that sort of Middle Eastern style of camouflage trousers, and of course he's got I think it's just a normal sort of folding stock AK. So again, I thought this guy came out quite cool. And you can see the base I've done as a sort of like a gravelly road. So you can sort of just see the stripe there, bit of desert vegetation, and sort of gravel. So quite cool. So that's those two. They're kind of like the leader figures. Next up, we'll go for this guy here, who kind of, again, this guy can kind of be used as as like a squad leader or something. So again, sort of fairly generic. It's got like an AK style tactical vest, or yeah, I suppose tactical vest would sort of count as it. Sort of desert coloured trousers, a headscarf of course, and a pretty bog standard AK there. And again, that same style of base. Pretty cool. I really do like these miniatures. I really do want to collect more. I quite enjoyed painting these sort of Insurgent figures, and I also kind of enjoyed painting the Russians too, even though their camouflage was really difficult to do. Let's start bringing these guys in sort of bunches of 3 and 4. So here we're starting to go through the bulk of the sort of the general miniatures now, the general foot troops. Now let's start with this dude. This guy I believe is one of the Victoria miniatures guys. Quite cool. He's got that sort of Afghan style hat. He's quite sort of Gucci. He's got his tactical gloves. He's got his modern plate carrier. I've given him sort of like again that sort of almost like Desert Storm-esque style camouflage trousers. He's got a couple of Russian grenades there, and of course wearing the specs. So this guy could be from a Western descent, and he's sort of gone over to sort of join their cause or whatever. Pretty cool figure. And he's armed with the AK-74 by the looks of it. He's got a an aim point on there, a red dot sight. Okay, next up. Now this guy I believe could be a Spectre miniature. You can kind of tell because he's kind of got that slightly sort of thinner frame. I could be wrong, but I definitely know this guy is a Spectre miniature. So maybe he's not Spectre. Maybe this guy is Victoria, and this guy definitely is Spectre. So here we have another Insurgent. He's wearing his sort of traditional sort of Arab or sort of Muslim gown. He's got a white headscarf on. He's got a tactical vest, which it's not armoured, it's just like a tactical webbing. And he's got an AK-47 and an extra pouch sort of hanging down over his leg, and he's got kind of camouflage trousers on underneath, kind of make that out. And again, the standard sort of gravelly base. Here is the Spectre guy. Again, AK-47. I've given him jeans. He's got a red t-shirt, and he's got like a tactical vest. And of course, wearing a balaclava. He's more of your sort of generic, it's possible he might come from a neighbouring country to sort of join the cause, or he's just like one of the guys from like one of the local neighbourhoods. Next up, let's go for another 4. I'll try and do like the generic sort of AK armed guys first, and then sort of work our way down into the guys with the RPKs and the heavy machine guns and the sniper rifles, etc. So here comes the next 4. Oh, actually I missed one as well. So we've got actually 5, because we've got this guy here. This guy is your sort of average bog standard Insurgent, sort of Arabic Islamic Insurgent. He's got the sort of the full-on neck beard. He's got the sort of the Muslim headscarf, the tactical headscarf, and he's got his again tactical webbing, and he's got camouflage trousers underneath his sort of traditional gown. And again, he's got that sort of gravel. Well, they've all got this sort of gravelly base. That guy is Victoria, I believe. Next up, this guy here. Now I know this guy is a Spectre. Again, you can tell because he's just got that slightly smaller or slightly slimmer frame. This guy's got an AKSU, and he's also got a pistol there, and obviously a headscarf. And he's wearing kind of he could be wearing like the old style American camouflage desert trousers. And you can see that this guy has actually got maybe sort of quite poor, but some kind of body armour on there. Maybe a pretty low level body armour, but he has got it all the same. And a couple of grenades there. So quite a cool figure. And definitely Spectre. Okay, next up, and we have another Spectre. Again, you can tell by the thinner frame. And this guy's got camouflage trousers. He's got an AK-47. He's got the headscarf and a combat vest. And this guy is not toting a pistol as well. So there's him. Another Spectre miniature guy. So in a similar sort of style, wearing similar clothes to that first one that I showed you. He's got a woolen balaclava on. He's got a sort of shop brought sort of tactical webbing, and he's actually got an AKSU as well, by the looks of it. Maybe an AKSU 74. And he's got sort of blue trackies actually, this guy's got on. And that typical sort of insurgent style of clothing that you sort of get from the street mobs and the street militia. And here finally for this bunch we have another Insurgent. This guy I believe is a Victoria, or is it Victoria? I've forgotten. Can't believe these guys are from. Or perhaps Empress. Empress, I think it is actually. I don't know. I'll try and find out for you. Because I'll do my Arabs first, and then I'll do a separate video for my Russians. So here we have another guy. This guy's got a sort of a green hoodie on. Got a scarf over his face. He's got his traditional Arabic shawl underneath his hoodie. He's also got tactical webbing, and he's got sort of woodland camo trousers, or maybe Central European camo trousers. And he's got a standard AK-47. Okay, next we're going into, I've got a few more. There's actually only a couple of guys that have got AK style weapons before we start going into sort of the slightly different, the uniquer and heavier weapons. So we've got two here. I don't think these guys are Spectre. I think these guys are the other company. So we've got one guy here, taking a kneel. He's got wooden camo trousers. He's got a sort of a sand coloured tactical top, and he's got tactical webbing. And he's got like this sort of lime OD green style sort of wooden headscarf again. And he's got an AKSU, and he's just pulling out a mag. Quite a cool figure. And here we have another kneeling Insurgent. This guy's got a white and black headscarf, the sand coloured trousers, and he's got tactical webbing on as well, actually a tactical vest. And you can see this guy's got the grenade launcher on his AK-74 there. GSU, I think that grenade launcher is called. Okay, next Now we're still going to go into the more sort of specialised weapons. We've got a white couple here. Let's just bring 4 on. So these are all sort of heavier armed guys. So we've got 2 with PKMs, and we've got 2 with rocket launchers, one being an RPG and one being a Law 66. So let's bring up the RPG guy first. So here we go, quite cool. He's got the sort of European camo trousers, tactical vest, and he's wearing a green shirt or a green jumper, and he's got some tactical gloves on, and he's got his RPG ready to go. Quite a cool figure. Can't have a group of insurgents without having at least one RPG in, can you? Next up, the Law 66 guy. This guy has got US style wooden camo trousers. He's got a folding stock AK. He's got body armour with a little bit of Islamic writing on the back. Or plate carrier, but of the most basic type. It's literally just a plate over his most vital organs. And he's got some some Arabic writing on the front there as well. He's got a sort of a back to front cap. And he's got this Law 66, which of course is the old style light disposable anti-tank rocket launcher that dates from like Vietnam. And it looks like this particular one could well date from the sort of the 80s, but obviously brought on the black market. And next up, we got a couple of guys with some PKMs. So you got this guy here. This guy has got, I guess that's European camo on his trousers. He's got the PKM there. He's got that same style of headscarf as the original leader. This guy here. So he's got the same style of headscarf. Quite a cool pose figure. He's got the red t-shirt or red shirt, and he's got the South African style of tactical webbing. Quite a cool figure. And here's the second one. This is your classic running across the street firing a PKM Insurgent. He's got some kind of cheap second-hand, well not second-hand, but sort of back alley camouflage style trousers. They're sort of quite flamboyant. He's got this PKM, which he's trying to fire as he's running across the street, and of course you're not going to be hitting anything firing that sort of weapon like that, unless you're lucky, of course. But quite a cool figure all the same, and very well posed for the type of guy he's supposed to be. Next up, let's go for these guys. These guys are armed with VBSSs, which any player of any of the sort of modern shooters would be quite used to seeing. It's basically a sort of a silenced, scoped, in all senses AK really. It can fire full auto. It's used as a sort of short range sniper rifle at times, but it is able to fire full auto. Pretty unique weapon to find in the hands of these guys, I would have thought. This guy's got obviously a balaclava. He's got tactical webbing again, and his trousers are just straight up like sand tactical trousers and black boots. And then this guy, again the same style of headscarf as that leader, and he also has a VBSS. He's got a pistol, and he's got a Law strapped to his back. And again, this guy's got the sort of they're not really European, they're not really American. I'll just say it's perhaps they're sort of like again the sort of the back alley camo, where you sort of get a cheap company trying to copy a camouflage and making it a little bit more flamboyant than the actual real thing. So quite a cool figure, that. Okay, next up you've got a guy with an RPK, so let's bring him in. So this is the only guy in this unit that's got an RPK. Again, quite a cool figure. He's got like blue trousers and a sand coloured top and sort of the standard tactical webbing, although he has got like an American, old style American butt pack there. And there's pouches and stuff. Quite cool. He's got like a white headband. This guy looks as if he could be like a foreign addition to their mob. Okay, next up we've basically got 3 more guys to go, and then I'll stop this video and then we'll continue it on in the Russian segment, which I probably will do straight after this, and I'll try and find out the exact name of that company, because as usual I get it wrong and can't remember, because I'm so terrible at remembering figure companies' names. Okay, let's get on. So we've got 3 more guys to go for the Insurgents. Let's bring them all in. These guys are all snipers. So let's start with the guy with the Dragunov. So here we have, this guy looks like sort of like he looks kind of Slovakian actually. I think he's kind of based on there's a film, I can't remember the name of it in typical style, but it's based on that F-18 that was shot down over Bosnia. Now one of the bad guys like right hand man in that film wears like an Adidas tracksuit, and has got like a shoulder holster with a pistol on and he's like he sort of carries around, I can't remember if it's actual Dragunov or whether it's some other kind of sniper rifle, but this guy kind of reminded me of him a lot, so I kind of painted it up as him. And I think he came out really cool, and you can see that on his base I've done a little bit of variation. I've put some sort of some bricks down as if it's like he's running through sort of like an urban area. Really cool figure. Next up again, we've got like a real old school sniper here. So we have an Insurgent, an Arab sort of sniper. He's got his traditional white gown. He's got the headscarf. He's got the traditional hat, and he's packing a Mosin Nagant sniper rifle, which I thought was quite cool. And he's got some tactical webbing. Maybe not the best of, unless he's behind a wall, certainly not the best of positions to be taking a shot at. But a cool figure all the same. And you can see that he actually comes with a breeze block with his foot up on it. So that's the Mosin Nagant guy. And finally, the Insurgent's most modern armed sniper. Here we have a guy packing what looks like an SLR sniper variant, or alternatively it might be a G3. Let's see if we can see if. No, I'd say that's an SLR because it's got the cocking handle there and not at the side, at the front, where if it was a G3 it would be there. So this guy's definitely packing kind of an SLR style rifle with a sight, and he's got a baseball cap with an Islamic headband. He's got some Gucci Flage camo and a sand coloured top, and he's got sand coloured tactical webbing, and he's sitting on a couple of breeze blocks and taking a shot. So another quite cool figure there. Okay, so that is the end of the Arab Insurgents part of me going through these guys. And look out for the next part, which will be the Modern Russians, and a little surprise on top of that. There's 3 extra figures that are basically Spetsnaz that are undercover. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to comment, and catch you in the next part. Catch you later.